Down over 60% year to date. Will the Nvidia stock recover and is it a good buy? Sit tight as we answer that by going through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. First up, Piper Sandler's semiconductor market analyst Harsh Kumar has said in an interview that Nvidia fell due to excess supply and weak demand. But now they're working to fix this problem, and citing this, he gave the stock a price target of $200, indicating a 60% upside. Next up, Qualcomm CEO Cristiano Amon in a recent interview showed optimism about chip demand. He said that chips are important for the electronic economy and for the companies to be efficient, they need the best technology. The market might be volatile right now due to interest rate hikes, but once it cools down, chip makers will benefit the most. Apart from this, Oracle and Nvidia have entered a partnership aiming to solve many problems. They'll work on providing the best expertise to their corporate clients using the combined power of both these companies. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. As you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1 day chart for Nvidia, and as always, we'll first analyze the 1 day chart, then the 1 hour chart, and to end it off, we'll get to the 5-minute chart. But right off the bat, I want to show you guys some great patterns. Now, this chart right here is a prime example of candlestick patterns and how they work, right? First up, I want to show you guys this, right? So we got an engulfing candle over here. So an engulfing candle is where we get either a small green candle and a bigger red candle followed by it, or vice versa. And as you guys can see, that was a bearish movement, and well, it played off pretty well. We got a 15% short trade over here. Then as you guys can see over here, we got another negative pin bar candle that played off pretty well. Right now we're getting another negative pin bar candle scenario because we just got a pin bar candle, and even though it's green, it's followed by a red candle over here. Right, so this is probably the best opportunity to short the stock, and it would either go to this range over here, right? So this would probably be the support levels around, let me mark them, $110 first, right? Of course, if we talk about smaller support levels, it's over here at 118, and of course 115, right? So 118, 115, 110, and then probably around 108, I believe. After that, 105. After that, 102. But does this pattern indicate that bulls should be scared? Definitely not, right? If you're a long-term holder, you definitely should not be scared. The stock will eventually recover, but the real question is, when will it recover? In my opinion, I personally don't see the market recovering, at least for this year. And if we talk about the earnings report, it will be out on 16th of November. And as always, if the earnings report outperforms, the stock will eventually go up, but that would be pretty much just short-term fuel, right? That does not indicate a bull run in the long term. We could have gotten a bull run over here, right? We were kind of building up for it. Let me quickly erase these drawings, right? We were kind of building up for it, but this pin bar candle over here ruined it. And as I already told you, the stock is falling down further. Of course, this would be a red day for the Nvidia stock. So in my opinion, the sell-off should probably continue until at least the earnings report, right? So we'll probably go down over here, over here, up, right, over here, down, probably under the $100 range. So that is my guess for November at least. Sorry. If we get good support at the $100 level, that is a different story altogether. But in my opinion, we should at least get to the $100 range before getting a pullback, or rather a breather on the upside. With all that in mind, let's quickly jump into the 1 hour chart to analyze some details. As you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1 hour chart, and right off the bat, we can clearly see that we have an important support zone over here around 118, or rather 119, right? And we also have an important resistance at this range where we made a double top, I guess, at 121.2, right? We also made a double bottom, pretty much a double bottom around the $116 range. We also have a minor support around 118.3 and another minor support around 117.75. But right now, this is definitely not looking good because we've broken this triple bottom that we made at 119.3, and of course, we're falling down. We'll probably break this support, and of course, as I already told you, I'm bearish on the stock, right? But if we zoom out a bit to look at the long-term pattern, right, I believe there might be a cup and handle formation over here, right? So we might make a cup and handle formation over here, get range bound over here in the pretty much closing hours, right? That would probably be a possible scenario. But this sell-off over here, if we talk about the last candles over here, we can see that we got an reversal indication, right? We got a reversal indication. Over here, we got a pin bar candle pretty much on the downside. Then we got a red pin bar candle on the upside. So that's indicated a reversal and increased volatility. So of course, we got that increased volatility over here. And as I already told you, we might get range bound in this area about, 121 to 118. So this might be a range and this might act as the range for the day as well. And even more than that, it might act as the pivot for the next day. With that being said, I don't believe there's much left to analyze in the 1 hour chart. So let's quickly jump into the 5-minute chart to see what's going on in the intraday trades. As you guys can see right here, we're now in the 5-minute chart and we might be in for a reversal. Yes, that's right. As I already told you, if we get a pin bar candle on one side and then the next candle is a pin bar on the other side, it indicates a reversal. So we got a sell-off pin bar and a buying pin bar. And of course, we got a sell-off pin bar, but on the upside, the next. So this might just indicate that we're increasing some volatility on the buyer's side. And today might be a good day as well, even. So since we're talking about uptrends, let's quickly talk about some resistance levels. So the first resistance would stand at, 121.3. Then around this range at 122.3, then a double top we made over here at 122.75 pretty much, then another range around 124.3. So in my opinion, we probably should get resisted, right? Even if it is a reversal scenario. The stock's fundamentals and news definitely does not cover up for this. So from a technical perspective and a fundamental perspective, it seems odd that the stock would get a reversal over here. But we might just get over here and hit the resistance, continue the trend. But in my opinion, in my analysis, the stock should go down today. If we look at the past charts, we can see that we have another support. Now these are the bottom line supports over here at 119.4. Now all of these support levels are of course for the intraday trades, right? If you want long-term charts and long-term support levels, resistance levels, I already talked about that in the previous part of this video. So over here we have another support at 118.8, where I really don't know what I'm saying 11. After that it's at 118.25 pretty much, right? Then around this level at 116.25 pretty much. So coming back to today's performance, we can see that we have not formed another candle. We're on the verge of forming another candle, and in my opinion, it should be over here, right? It should be a red candle. So let's see. 3, 2, 1. Is it a red candle? It's a green candle first up. And now it's forming into a red candle. Well, bingo, that was correct. So as I already told you, well, it's reversing. If we get a pin bar candle over here on the upside, that might be a different scenario. We might go up. But most of my probabilities, most of my indicators, of course, I'm not using any indicators. I have some indicators built into my mind at this point. So they indicate that the stock should get a red candle over here. And it should go down from here. So with that final words, I am bearish on the stock short term. It will go up eventually, right? NVDA is not such a small or rather weak company. But with that being said, I do believe that there are better stocks out there and NVIDIA will eventually get to better acquisition zones. So I personally would wait for buying. And of course, this definitely is not financial advice, so you should always do your own research before you trade. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.